This is TWiT.
Big story in the Wall Street Journal saying that Facebook did its own research and knew that Instagram was toxic to young women. This was researchers in a March 2020 slide presentation posted to Facebook's internal message board, reviewed by the Wall Street Journal, said 32% of teen girls said that when they felt bad about their bodies, Instagram made them feel worse. Comparisons on Instagram can change how young women view and describe themselves. Facebook suppressed the findings, ignored them, and in fact has said, we're going to create an Instagram for kids, because what could possibly go wrong? Facebook, of course, denies this. In fact, I can pull up the Facebook post where they say, the Wall Street Journal got it all wrong. But this is very much the Facebook playbook, isn't it?
Absolutely. We at Facebook are shocked and appalled.
Shocked and appalled.
Yep.
It's back again.
Yep.
And this was one of a whole bunch of stories the Journal did last week on different aspects of troubling issues involving Facebook learning stuff about itself and not responding to it, at least in the way that it might have.
I have to say, the Journal never saw a anti-big tech story they didn't love, because Rupert Murdoch hates big tech, thinks that it's stealing his money.
Although these stories felt more like this kind of stuff I expect usually to see from the New York Times in terms of this ambitious series of articles with all these insider documents and stuff.
I mean, as far as I know, Wall Street Journal's editorial department is pretty independent, and I think they do good work. So I'm not going to, I'm not going to say
their opinion pages are another matter.
That's absolutely right. Fantastic. There is a difference between the two, and I think that this was good research. What should Facebook do if they know they've got a toxic product, right? I mean, that's pretty clear.
They can't do anything. I think that's the main takeaway from all these stories is that Facebook keeps seeing and being made aware that it has all these issues and it's hurting societies. These algorithm changes make negative posts more of a thing that people want to put out there. They take no responsibility ever. They blame society. Divisiveness has always been a part of society. We at Facebook are not, making it more of a thing. It's dismissiveness, and it's never they never take account for what they are actually responsible for.
Adam Mosseri, the head of Instagram, got in trouble for basically saying that, cars had their downsides too. But there are also good things about cars, and so on balance.
Yeah, cars kill people, but they get us around, so you should put up with Facebook. A few teen suicides,
It's fine.
These things
all
happen.
for progress. The progress of mobile photos.
I think Senator Blumenthal kind of nailed it when he said Facebook seems to be taking a page from the textbook of big tobacco, targeting teens with potentially dangerous products while masking the science in public. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Absolutely fair. Absolutely fair. And the thing is they've known it's a toxic product for a long time. It's toxic to society, right? Like we saw that. We saw it get manipulated during 2016 elections. We've seen it be manipulated for, we have this double pandemic right now. We have the pandemic of COVID-19, and we also have this pandemic of misinformation that is causing a lot of negative impacts on society. And Facebook is the number one place that is amplifying misinformation in the world. And so, sorry, go ahead, Leo.
The Friday story is exactly that in the Wall Street Journal. This is a whole week-long Facebook Files piece. In mid-March of this year, Mark Zuckerberg on Facebook said he wanted to use Facebook's formidable resources to push 50 million people toward COVID-19 vaccines. Inside Facebook, I'm quoting the Wall Street Journal, staffers were warning that Mr. Zuckerberg's own platform was compromising his effort. Facebook researchers warned that comments on vaccine-related posts, often factual posts of the sort Facebook wanted to promote, were filled with anti-vaccine rhetoric aimed at undermining the message, and Facebook could do nothing about it. we have this debate a lot on This Week in Google, because on the one hand, I don't want to blame Facebook for all the ills in the world. Those ills would exist with or without Facebook. There's no question about it. But I do have to say that
its role in amplifying those ills should be.
It's not helping. You ain't helping.
Yeah.
That was one of the few instances where Facebook did sort of have a response, though, according to Facebook, the degree of vaccine hesitancy has dropped by, I think, 50% since the start of the year. That's one of the few actual stats they gave in their defense. Though they basically said that.
Are they taking credit for
intentionally that? Well, I guess they're saying it could be a lot worse.
Good. Cars kill people, but it could be a lot worse. Yeah.
I was also fascinated by the story on how basically there's a secret system where famous people can basically put stuff up and not have it checked to see whether it complies with Facebook's community standards, because it gets really controversial if Facebook makes the wrong call initially when they're moderating this stuff, which they do a lot.
You mean like Nicki Minaj?
That sort of stuff, yes. At least the Journal story had some other examples.